After the Bush versus Gore controversy in Florida, the Help America Vote Act was passed by Congress and signed by the president. And one of the things in there was it authorized certain money to be given to each state in the country to improve their voting machines, to have electronic voting machines, so the issues with the hanging chads and things like that would be taken care of. And New York State, in most of the state, we were using lever machines, which were mechanical machines that worked quite well. Everybody sort of liked them, but the problem was very few other states were using them. They had already gone to electronic machines, and the company that had made the lever machines has gone out of business. So they couldn't be replaced when they broke down. I mean, most of them come from the early 60s, so they were breaking down. They couldn't get new parts, so when they broke down or they needed a new part, they had to use it from an old machine. So at some point, the board was going to have to replace the machines. And in fact, the state had been talking about going to electronic voting since the mid-'80s. And now they saw, well, we're getting this money from the federal government to pay for them. Let's do what we were planning to do eventually anyway. And the dispute, New York State was one of the last, if not the last states, to actually move to electronic machines. And one reason was there was a dispute over which kind of electronic machines to use. What we're using are what are called optical scanners, which is people mark who they're voting for on a piece of paper, a card, and they run it through the machine. The benefit of that is that there's a paper trail. Other states have gone to electronic machines that are more like an ATM, where you just punch in who you're voting for on the machine. There's a great fear if either somebody could hack into the machine and affect the election, or more likely, at least I believe more likely, just computer screw up that'll crash in the middle, and the people who voted before noon, their votes won't count. So it was a dispute, and then there were a number of companies bidding on the machine, so that's what delayed New York. But it worked out because a lot of the states that bought the ATM kind of machines were not satisfied with them, and they ended up switching to optical scanners, but it cost them a great deal of money.